All right, New York City parents outraged after Mayor Bill de Blasio announced the city will phase out its gifted and talented classes in public schools. This after the program was accused by the mayor of being unfair and, you guessed it, racist. The New York Post blasting the move, saying, "Stolen dreams. If all kids can't excel, then none will." Tai Abrams is an alumna of the Gifted and Talented program, and she joins us now. Tai, thank you very much for being on the program. That's inevitable in what happens when you're pushing for equity. The idea, but it's not just about pulling people up from the bottom. It's about making sure that those on the top are treated like everybody else. You had a chance to be in this program, and it benefited you greatly. What do you make of what the mayor's doing here?
The reality is, 4 years old is a little too early to determine whether or not a child is gifted or not. So I agree that that process did allow for a lot of students to be left out of the pipeline. However, I'm a personal beneficiary of G&T programming, and a lot of my friends who went to elite colleges, we all came out of G&T. So it is my best recommendation that we expand G&T to every school district so that zip code does not determine a child's educational opportunities.
It's a great point, because if you can't afford a private school, which many folks can't, getting an alternative in the public system. Here's what Mayor de Blasio said in a statement about the program. He said the era of judging four-year-olds based on a single test is over. Every New York City child deserves to reach their full potential, and this new equitable model gives them that chance. So I agree. I mean, it's tough to judge whether someone is gifted and talented at the age of 4. So whether you move that to the age of 8 or 9 or 10, but still, he's getting rid of a pipeline for people to really excel and have amazing opportunities in this world like you have.
Right. So here's the reality. He does say that there's going to be a reinstituted program, but the problem is he wasn't clear about what that program is. There was claims that there was going to be a community engagement process to inform how these decisions were made, and that never happened. So that led to a lot of distrust from parents and a lot of education leaders. So we really need some transparency on what program will be reinstituted once we have our new mayor. And most importantly, we need a process for accelerated learners to get the educational opportunities that they absolutely deserve.
Was the Gifted and Talented program racist? That's the accusation of Bill de Blasio.
The reality is a lot of students didn't know about it. So when you have a gap in information being equitably spread across the board, as well as preparation opportunities, it can lend itself to it being racist because certain communities do have access to more resources than others. And that's what we see in the specialized high school admissions process as well. But I fundamentally believe that it comes down to an information gap issue as well as a preparedness gap. And once we close those two barriers, a lot of these Black and brown students will have access to these educational opportunities. So a better approach would be to look at state exam scores, which is already standardized across the board, and you can see students who have double 4s in both math and ELA. Those students should be pulled for G&T programming.
Information and preparedness is what is the gap, as opposed to a system being racist inevitably, because it benefits so many people. Tai Abrams, thank you very much for your insight. Appreciate it.
Thank you.